In this video, I'm going to walk you through call tracking inside of GoHighLevel, including how call recordings work, where to view call reporting, and how to track where phone leads are actually coming from. If your business relies on phone calls, this matters. Inbound phone calls are 10 to 15 times more likely to convert than other online lead types, meaning someone who actually picks up the phone is far more likely to become a customer than someone who just fills out a form. Studies also show 30 to 40% of inbound phone calls are considered high-quality leads, and many sales teams report phone calls as their most effective sales tool because they convert at much higher rates than digital leads. Call tracking lets you not only capture those calls, but also tie each call back to the exact marketing source so you know which campaigns are driving real revenue-generating conversations. GoHighLevel gives you visibility into every call, who called, when they called, whether it was answered, how long it lasted, and where that call originated, all in one place. I'm Erin from GoHighLevel Mastery. Let's get into it. So before I show you where everything lives inside of GoHighLevel, I want to zoom out for a second and explain what call tracking actually solves because most businesses think they have call data when they really don't. Most people can see that a phone rang. Some can see that a call was answered, but that's usually where visibility stops. You don't know which campaign drove the call, whether the call was meaningful, or what happened during the conversation. And without that context, phone leads become impossible to optimize. Call tracking inside of GoHighLevel changes that by tying calls directly to contacts, campaigns, and timelines, so every call becomes part of a larger story instead of an isolated event. You can see when the call happened, how long it lasted, and whether it was answered or missed, and most importantly, where it came from. This matters because phone calls are usually high intent actions. Someone who picks up the phone is often further along than someone filling out a form. If you're not tracking those calls properly, you're making decisions without seeing a huge part of the picture. What I'm about to show you isn't about setting up anything complicated. It's about knowing where to look so you can answer basic but critical questions, like which ads are driving calls, which numbers are performing best, and what actually happens once someone dials your business. Now, let me show you where call tracking lives inside of GoHighLevel and how to start using it. If you want to follow along step by step inside your own account, you can click the GoHighLevel link below to start a free trial. So right now I'm inside of the contacts section, and this is where every lead in your account lives. This view shows you who's in your system, when they were created, their last activity, and any tags tied to them. But call tracking doesn't live inside the contact list itself. It lives in the activity tied to each contact and in reporting. So from here, I'm going to do two things depending on what I want to see. Option one, view calls for a specific lead. So the first way to review call activity in GoHighLevel is at the individual lead level. So from the contacts page, I'm clicking directly into the contact record. In this case, I'm opening Erin, but this works the same for any lead in your account. Once I'm inside the contact, this center timeline becomes the most important area to look at. This is the activity feed, and it shows everything that has ever happened with this specific lead in chronological order. So you can see opportunity creation and movement through pipelines, appointment bookings, and most importantly for call tracking, phone activity tied directly to this person. Any phone call connected to this lead will appear here as a time-stamped event. If the call was answered and recorded, you'll see a playback option. If the call was missed, that shows up here as well. Voicemails, follow-ups, and system actions are logged in the same place. So this timeline answers very specific questions like, did this person actually call us? When did they call? Was the call missed or answered? What happened immediately after that call? Because everything is tied to this contact, this view is ideal when you're troubleshooting a single lead, reviewing a sales conversation, or if you're just trying to understand why someone did or didn't convert. So think of option one as a lead level call tracking. It's detailed, personal, and focused on one contact at a time. So option two is view all call data and reporting. Now, if instead I want to zoom out and see call activity across the entire account, I'm not going to stay in contacts. From the left-hand menu, I'm going to scroll down and click on reporting. So inside of reporting, I'm going to select call report. So this is where GoHighLevel aggregates all phone activity in one place. From here, I can can see total calls, answered calls, missed calls, call duration, and recordings across time. So this view is what you use to analyze performance, not individual conversations. So at the very top, you'll see the date picker. This controls what time period I'm analyzing, whether that's today, the last 7 days, the last month, or a custom range. Everything on this page updates based on that selection. So this is where you start anytime you're reviewing call performance. The first section shows call by status. So this breaks down how many total calls came in and whether they were answered, missed, sent to voicemail, or failed. Below that, you'll see average call duration and total call duration. So these metrics help answer a key question. Are people actually getting conversations, or are calls ending too quickly to be meaningful? Next to that is first time calls by status. This is especially important for lead quality. First time calls often represent new leads, not existing customers. So seeing how many of those first calls are missed versus answered really tells you immediately if your business is capturing new demand or letting it slip through. Scrolling down, you'll see top call sources. This section is where call tracking really starts to matter from a marketing perspective. When numbers are configured correctly, this report can show you where calls are coming from, whether it's ads, landing pages, websites, or specific campaigns, and how those calls perform. This is how you move from guessing what's working to actually knowing which sources generate real phone conversations. Below that is the detailed call log table. So this is the raw data behind everything above. Each row represents a call, and you can see details like date and time, contact name, number used, source type, call status, duration, and whether a recording exists. And this is where you go when you want to audit calls, verify outcomes, or spot patterns like repeated missed calls at certain times of day. And you're also going to notice filters at the top for incoming and outgoing calls, as well as options to filter by specific phone numbers. And this lets you narrow the data down even further. For example, only inbound sales calls or only calls tied to a specific tracking number. So think of option 2 as system level visibility. So you're no longer asking what happened with this one lead. You're asking, are we missing too many calls? When do most missed calls happen? Which sources drive phone leads? And are calls turning into real conversations? So this is the view you use to diagnose problems, improve staffing decisions, optimize ads, and validate that automations like missed call text backs are actually doing their job. In short, option 1 tells you what happened with a person, and option 2 tells you what's happening in the business. So now that we've seen the call data inside of call reporting, we know exactly what's happening, how many calls are coming in, how many are missed, and where opportunities are slipping through. So call tracking shows you the problem. The next step is making sure missed calls don't turn into lost revenue, and that's where missed call text back comes in. So the next step is making sure that those missed calls automatically turn into action. And so to do that, we need to build a workflow. So from the left-hand menu, I'm clicking on automation and I'm clicking into workflows. So this is where GoHighLevel lets you build automations that react to real-world events like calls, texts, and lead activity. At the top right, I'm going to click on create workflow, and I am choosing start from scratch because I want full control over how this works and I want you to understand each step. So for the workflow name, I am going to type missed call, text back, and then auto recovery. So I always name workflows clearly and descriptively because once you have multiple automations running, you should be able to understand exactly what each one does at a glance. So once the name is set, I'm creating the workflow and entering the builder. All right, so I've already gone ahead and created the workflow, and this is what it looks like. At the top, this workflow starts with a call details trigger. So this trigger is listening specifically for incoming calls that were missed, sent to voicemail, or marked as busy. That means this automation only runs when a call wasn't answered by a human. So if the call is picked up, nothing will happen. And that's important because automation should only step in when a real response didn't. Right after that, I added a short delay. So this isn't here for technical reasons, it's here for perception. So if a text goes out instantly, it can feel very robotic. So a brief delay like 0.2 minutes can make it feel like someone noticed the the missed call and followed up naturally. And it's a small detail, but it makes the automation feel human instead of automated. Next, the workflow assigns the contact to a user. So this step handles ownership. As soon as the call is missed, the lead is assigned to someone on the team. If you have multiple users selected, GoHighLevel can rotate assignments so that leads are distributed evenly. And this ensures that when the lead replies, there's no confusion about who's responsible for following up. After that, I am going to add a contact tag. So this tag labels the contact as a missed call lead, and that gives you visibility later for filtering, reporting, or triggering additional automations. Instead of guessing how a lead came in, the system tells you immediately. Then we get to SMS that goes out to the lead. So this is the actual missed call text back. It acknowledges that the call was missed and opens the conversation again while the intent is still high. So the goal here isn't to sell or over-explain, it's simply to keep the conversation alive instead of letting the lead disappear. Now, once the lead has been texted, the workflow shifts to internal notifications. So first, I added a push notification sent to the assigned user inside of GoHighLevel. So this takes them straight to the conversation so they can follow up quickly. Then there's an internal SMS sent to that same user, and this adds urgency. They still get a text letting them know a call was missed and who it was from. So between the push notification and the SMS, it's very hard for a missed call to slip through unnoticed. So this entire workflow works together to do three things automatically. It acknowledges missed calls, it assigns and tracks the lead, and it alerts a real person to follow up fast. That's missed call text back in action, not just a single text message, but a full recovery system running in the background. From here, you can publish this workflow and test it or customize the messaging and assignments to match your business. So that's how call tracking works inside of GoHighLevel, from reviewing individual call recordings to analyzing call performance across your entire account to making sure missed calls don't turn into missed opportunities. Once you can see what's happening with your calls, the real power comes from automating the follow-up, and that's exactly what workflows like missed call text back are designed to do. If this video helped clarify how call tracking works or gave you ideas on how to tighten up your phone lead process, make sure to like and subscribe for more GoHighLevel walkthroughs like this. I'm Erin from GoHighLevel Mastery. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.